when you have one guy playing well that didn't play well the week before, but then you have a guy like Jordan Poole who hasn't played well, you're gonna have your back and forth, your mixed matches. You look at game 2, who didn't play well for the Celtics in game 2? The same guys that played well in game 3. Mm-hmm. So I think it's gonna be a huge back and forth. We're gonna see this next game on Friday night. All of a sudden, Clay may play well, Jordan Poole may come to the party, and Draymond might all of a sudden play better than he did in game 3. Now you got the Warriors winning.
I did want to make this comment about the Celtics for a second because I think it's right to talk about the team that actually won the game. And we talked a lot about the Warriors, and obviously those narratives are important. But, look, there's no doubt to me that Jason Tatum it feels like he has the highest ceiling offensively for what he can be, Key. Max?
Yeah, on the Celtics.
On the Celtics, yes, the Celtics. Yeah. He's a superstar. But, don't get it twisted, man. A lot of the identity of this team is wrapped up in Jaylen Brown and who Jaylen Brown is. He is the attitude for this team. If that's the beginning of the fourth in game 1 where he goes bonkers, he picks up the slack when Jason Tatum is not having a great game, he's not shooting the ball well. If that's setting the tone last night in the first quarter, ends up having 17 points in the first, the way he attacks his athletic ability, the way he can defend. I mean, first quarter, he was the best player on the floor. Hands down, on both the defensive and offensive side.
Heading into the finals, Jay, a lot of the question was, so you know who Batman is on each team. Which Robin was going to show up bigger? That would determine the series. And you're right about Jaylen Brown. Klay Thompson, I would not call that his supernova game.
I don't call Jaylen Brown Batman, man.
Robin, you mean?
No, Robin.
You think it's like Batman and Batman?
I kind of.
You think it's like Shaq and Kobe? They're both
about the same? I kind of feel it's a little bit Superman and Batman.
Superman and Batman.
Superman and Batman.
Okay. It feels like Jason Tatum has the ability to be Superman, right? But it feels like Batman is still a legit superhero. He's among the elite, and that's who Jaylen Brown is.
Yeah. But the reason you talk about, we talk about Tatum first, is because Tatum has superstar written over, power, it's a. You Kobe Bryant, the Lakers should have drafted him. It just becomes a superstar. So you may look at the pulse of the heart. I don't even want to say heart because that'll be wrong. You may look at the pulse of the energy that he brings versus Jaylen Brown. But in terms of the basketball stuff, I would think that Tatum is a much better basketball player all the way around than Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown probably is a different type of leader with more kind of, I don't know, that vocal grit grind to him, where Jason Tatum is kind of like the pretty dude who just, going to put up some shots, play some defense. The box scores are going to look great, and at the end of the game, he ain't sweating.
So we all know that Jason Tatum has this, like a lot of players do, I do, an infatuation with Kobe Bryant, right? Kyrie Irving has it.
Oh, I thought it was me you had an infatuation.
No. You would think that, Key. But obviously that comes from his relationship with Kyrie and then Kobe and all these guys. But it's interesting, the demeanor of who Jason Tatum is
not as much like
it's
Kobe
not as much as like Kobe. As Jaylen Brown's is more like Kobe's. If you ever spend any time, Key, with Jaylen Brown, it feels so similar. There is a swag and a confidence. And I'm not saying that Jason Tatum lacks this at all.
It's like there's a little anger underneath it. Yeah, there's a little anger underneath it.
Last night, he's in Draymond's face, barking at him, it pops a little bit differently.
That's when Key is talking about he ain't sweating. It's like Jason Tatum
he ain't
is
really
happy.
Sweating.
His play comes from joy.
No, it's not joy. He's competitive. I'm not going to. He's extremely competitive.
I get it, but there's a certain joy to his game where Jaylen Brown, you get the sense that he's trying to hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's angry all the time. He needs to play his best when he's angry.
If Tatum went to the cup and dunked on you, he's just gonna dunk on you. It's just a dunk. It's not like Jaylen Brown or Kobe. If Kobe was gonna dunk on you like a Jaylen Brown, he gonna grab his chest and he gonna let you know I'm ripping your heart out. Well, Tatum just gonna dunk and keep it moving and go back and play defense.
And Jason Tatum's so smooth with it. Right? Where Jaylen Brown has a little bit more, it's a little bit more of a bop, 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 bop. It's like herky-jerky, energy spurts, bang on you, shoot a pull-up. It just looks and feels so different. And that
not as smooth, but with a little more
it's smooth. It's just different.
Yeah.
Look at the difference in the sweat tomorrow night, though. Jaylen Brown gonna be sweating everywhere. Tatum gonna be nice and just like he never played and he got on some Creed cologne or something, man. During the game.
We're going to have to get into Clay, too, today, guys, because I've been saying he's going to have his supernova game. They're going to win that game. That was not – he played well. He shot better. That's what I saw last night was a regular Klay Thompson game. That's what Klay Thompson looks like. He shoots it well, right? Mm-hmm. But that's not Klay going supernova. Don't get it twisted. That's just Klay being Klay. I still say Klay is due for that, oh, my God, what are you going to do with this dude game? And I still say they win that game.
But would you say that had they won, though? Would you honestly say it
wasn't? No.
Because if you win, sometimes when you win, it look different.
It does, but Steph, different. If anyone was getting hot, and bringing him back, it was Steph, not Klay. Klay was just hitting his shots like he usually does.
Yeah, but if you win, though, you're not approaching it the same way. You looking at it and going, oh, he was shooting the ball extremely well.
Yeah, I might put that in the. I might put that in the column in the hey, look, I told you that was going to happen column, right? And I get credit for it. I check
still
it right
don't
off.
see if the Warriors had won, people say, oh, that's the Klay Thompson game. I'm like, I still don't think that's the Klay Thompson game. I think Klay Thompson has a different kind of chokehold on the game when he puts his imprint on it.
He scored 41 points in
well
3 minutes. How'd that happen?
I'll tell you, look, I expect Klay to get back to his rhythm, and he still has a bigger opportunity game. But I still wonder about Jordan Poole, man.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole is a dynamic guy off the dribble that has a different kind of bounce to his game, and he's been averaging 12 points during the NBA Finals. He's got to average 19 points during the regular season.
Jordan Poole can't wait until Steph already got the job done
to start
cooking, like in Game 2. Give Steph some help when he needs it, because Steph is having the finals I've always been waiting for him to have. He can't do it by himself.
He's 22 years old, man.
Yeah,
People always talk about Boston being their first time in the finals. It's Jordan Poole's first time in his finals, trying to be that dude in clutch moments. It's hard when you're actually in the game and you don't have a double-digit lead.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.